From your official station of Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Game Day, presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
We all knew it was going to be a challenge. The Cats dropping their first game of the season at the hands of the top-ranked Bulldogs.
That is a complete football team, a very tough environment. We knew we had to play at a high level.
Lapses in key points of the game did not help. You can't do that against arguably one of the greatest college football teams in recent memory.
Definitely had opportunities to do a little more, but at the end of the day, that's the #1 team in the country for a reason, and all credit to them for how well they played.
A well-deserved bye week is now in the rearview mirror, giving the Cats a time to regroup as we head into the second part of the season. And if Kentucky wants to break its losing fever, the only prescription is more cowbell.
Yeah, it's way different, right? Because, they're supposed to stop when the play starts, right? They don't, right? So it's different.
And if Big Blue wants to get back in the win column, they'll have to do something they haven't done since 2008. Win in Stark Vegas. Mississippi State is on the docket. This season is far from over, and it resumes tonight.
It's a business trip, right? And we're going to go down there and win the game.
Welcome into BBN Game Day. I'm Keith Farmer.
And I'm Christy Thomas. Another great intro from Eli Gaines.
Today, all treats and no tricks.
Yes.
This Halloween weekend, the Cats are finally back in action, and we're getting you ready for it. All things Kentucky against Mississippi State starting right now. Cats versus Dogs in Starkville, where it's going to be a big road test for Kentucky. We all know about the cowbells and Mike Leach's air raid. They throw the ball all over the field, mostly dinking and dunking this year, using the short passes as an extension of the run game. And they get a lot of plays off, averaging around 80 each game with nearly 425 yards of offense.
Mississippi State, they've been pretty good on offense. They're 4th in the SEC, just behind Kentucky. The Bulldogs on averaging allowing just 6 more yards per game than the Cats. State is coming out off of their best game of the season. They just throttled Vanderbilt 45-6, and it really wasn't that close. The Commodores only managed 155 yards of total offense, and 61 of those came on one big play.
Big plays are where offenses have been able to take advantage of the Bulldogs. They've given up 11 touchdowns of 25 yards or more to opposing offenses. Christy, we need to see Kentucky put up some chunk plays today.
Yeah, and hopefully a week off maybe helps them fine-tune some of that. So let's bring in our friend Jeff Pecoro from the UK Sports Network now. Jeff, these two programs have been in what I guess we could call a rock fight since 1914 when Kentucky won the very first matchup against the Bulldogs. But then as of today, this series is all knotted up at 24 wins apiece. Kentucky's won 3 of the last 5, and they've been about as close can be. In those 5 games, look at this. These two teams are separated by just 1 score, less than 100 total yards, and 3 first downs. Jeff, this one's nuts.
It really is. And if you look, those numbers could be skewed because of last year, because Kentucky was so bad offensively. They got 6 turnovers in the game, and that's the only difference. But if you just looked at the stats, you go, oh, my goodness, they killed Kentucky. They did not. So Kentucky has to be opportunistic in the game this evening.
Jeff, schematically, on both sides of the ball, Mississippi State is funky, I guess you could use the word. Let's start with Mike Leach's air raid offense. They've thrown the ball all over for 400 times this year. That's a lot. We hear Coach Stoops talking about balance. Well, this is the opposite of that.
It really is. Kentucky's defense has got to, I think, come up closer. They've got really good safeties, but to me, the cornerbacks are going to be the key to the game for Kentucky.
You guys have heard all week about this 3-3-5 defense and how it's a different look than the Cats have seen all year. The basic premise is 3 down linemen, 3 backers, and 3 DBs. The idea is to be versatile and fast to combat a spread offense. We've seen Kentucky play a lot of those medium packages this year with an extra DB out back. But even if that's a little different than what the Bulldogs do, this 3-3-5 itself isn't the only thing that's complicated about this defense. Listen to what Darian Kennard is expecting.
If we were playing like another 3-3-5 who, just kind of just, play with the 6 main guys up front in the box, I don't think it'd be that much of a problem. But the fact is they get everybody involved and they make the looks seem similar. So really it's just now focusing in and kind of just seeing, just repeating and watching it over and over this week, just kind of like somewhat get a grasp on what's going on.
Having the extra week to prepare definitely helped UK in that regard. Now, Mississippi State defensive coordinator Zach Arnett loves to disguise what they are doing pre-snap. Jeff, we'll see a ton of different fronts from the Bulldogs, linebackers and safeties lining up all over the place. Here's some different ways they lined up last season. Play a game of find the linebackers, if you will.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I remember one time Tim Couch came back to the bench and he said, I don't know who's who because they had 11 guys and not one of them had their hand on the ground. So the key to this defense really is where are the safeties? Here we're showing you right here a look. So these are the linebackers. You have 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and then you have the shell behind them of the safeties. But whoa, look at this guy. So that's another safety that stepped up. So that's the safety. Now, here's the 3 linebackers, and look how they come right across you. Almost just 5 across. They're daring you to try to go deep. All right, so they're trying to keep that away. They want everything in front of them in this style of defense. But the other thing is you don't know who's rushing. Now, here's the 3 linebackers, and again, the shell behind them. So you have the 3 down here, you have the extra guy here, linebacker, and the 4 DBs. And here are the safeties playing a 2 deep look. So they're going to give you all these different looks, and pre-snap, they're going to jump out of it. 3 linebackers, the extra safety, there's your typical 4 defensive backs. This is probably a quarters look. This is going to be a quarter. He's going to take a quarter. He's going to take a quarter. He's going to play this middle of the field. Now, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. That's more of the traditional look. And then again, that 5 across. You're going to see that quite a bit. I think Kentucky dinks and dine, but to me, they've got to run the football.
So how do you see, real quick question about Liam Cohen, his new offense here, and how do you see him really trying to figure this thing out?
I think by running the football, because that's play action. And what that does is you saw those safeties, they start sucking up close to the line of scrimmage. Once that happens, now you go over the top with Wandale and Josh Ali, who's back this week.
Oh, indeed. All right, so if you had to pick one guy today, who needs to be, not who will be, but who needs to be the MVP tonight?
I think he needs to be, and he will be the MVP. It's pretty simple. Number 24 in the backfield, Chris Rodriguez, has got to run the football. This team, I'm just telling you, they cannot win if they don't have over 100 yards rushing. It doesn't have to all be by Chris, but Chris had an off week against Georgia, but this big blue wall has got to open up some holes against this defense. You're going to see more solid blocking up front by them, and I think Chris has a decent game, and that's going to open up the outside. And again, it's great to have Josh Ali back on the other side for Wandale so they can't cheat over. But number 24 is going to be the key to the Wildcats' victory coming up tonight.
And like you said, once he gets that going, then all of a sudden you fake it.
Yeah.
Opens everything else up.
Go deep, right? All right. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Looking forward to hearing your call tonight. And, Christy, it's going to be a big game for Kentucky's secondary.
No doubt. Hear how senior safety Yusuf Corker is preparing. That's coming up next on BBN Game Day.
Tune in to the Don Franklin Countdown to Kickoff show with Christy Thomas and former Wildcats Jeremy Jarman and Dusty Bonner. 2 hours before kickoff on UK Sports Network radio affiliates and the UK Athletics app. BBN Game Day, presented by Central Bank and sponsored by Kentucky Select Chevy Dealers, Coca-Cola, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Kroger, Lexington Opera House, and Papa John's.
Since opening our doors 75 years ago, Central Bank has made big changes, like the region's first Saturday hours, online ATMs, and even the area's very first vault. But one thing will never change is the community-minded mission of our founder. Garvis D. Kincaid believed that what's good for the bank should also be good for its community. True back in 1946 and equally true today. So, come see how we've grown. Central Bank, central to you. Member FDIC.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Eligible customers get great offers from GM Financial, plus no monthly payments for 120 days on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups, and get $1,500 cash allowance. See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
There are moments in our lives that change everything, where hard work pays off with a burst of opportunity. That's why each year, Kentucky Farm Bureau and its county offices across the state help raise and give away hundreds of thousands of dollars in college scholarships. You see, Kentucky Farm Bureau does more than just insure homes and autos. We help ensure that more Kentuckians have a chance to achieve their dreams. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
You're watching BBN Game Day, presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
What was your favorite costume you got to wear growing up?
Freddie versus Jason. I like the Jason mask. I like the Freddie mask. Yeah.
So you were into the scary stuff?
Yeah, scary stuff.
How old were you when you were wearing those stuff?
I actually stopped like my junior high school.
You were still?
Yeah, I was still trick-or-treating junior.
You were still going out junior
come
year?
on, I need all the candy.
Did you get any weird looks when you'd go to a camp?
Look, what I was using my baby sister as an excuse.
You know, all my kids did that too, because they're older, and I vividly remember them going with high school friends.
Well, he would have gotten
Candy's
a weird look
out
for
there,
me.
right?
Yeah,
Free
no,
candy.
I would have been like, well, hold up. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have been buying it at all. Well, tonight, Kentucky is trying to do something it hasn't done since 2008, and that's win in Starkville.
Yeah.
After so many losses down there, Mark Stoops says he's going to switch things up a bit this year.
Yeah, the team's Friday plans were a little different, and they're staying in a new hotel, one that is actually in Starkville, instead of staying in a different town and having to bus everyone in on Saturday. Now, Stoops said they've had 2 solid weeks of practice to prepare for the Bulldogs. Now it's time to just lighten up a bit.
I want our guys to decompress and relax a little bit. Of course, we got meetings and things and walkthroughs once we get to the hotel, but there's other times when we go to a movie tomorrow night and things of that nature where I just want them to relax. I talk to them all the time around here. Like, we're not going to play tight. We're going to play aggressive.
Christy, I like that he's doing this. He's done this a few times, changing up some things. He's learned things through bowl game situations and how to handle it better. I love that they're staying right there and they don't have to take such a long bus ride.
I think it's a perfect idea. And we actually were just talking to Jeff Picoro about that, because he travels with the team and he knows all about that kind of thing too. And he also thinks it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think that this is great. Mix things up a little bit. You haven't gotten the results you want. Got to do something different, right? Well, they are getting some more good news today. The Cats are going to have Josh Ali. The wide receiver got hurt against Florida. He's missed the last couple of games. We've seen how that's affected Kentucky's offense and the options that are available. So, Keith, look, this is a huge plus for Kentucky. And I say it is, even if a ball doesn't even come his way. Just taking some of that pressure off Wandale is good.
I was going to say maybe a huge plus for Wandale Robinson.
Exactly.
Yes. All right. Everyone knows the one big takeaway from last year's game against the Bulldogs. How could you forget? 6 interceptions. UK defensive coordinator Brad White wants that same level of disruption today, especially since Mississippi State throws the ball so much. The Cats defense should have plenty of opportunities to get their hands on the ball. So the secondary really has an opportunity to impress, and that includes Yusef Corker.
Well, especially as a secondary, it's going to have to be a big game for us. Hopefully we create a little bit more turnovers this year. I know throughout the 7 games that we played, we haven't really done that as a secondary as well as we like, but we're going to have a lot of opportunities this game, and just hopefully when the opportunity presents itself, we make a play on it. That really excites me, especially being the secondary part. I mean, if we just do our job, have clean eyes, and everybody actually does their job, it should be, the outcome should be in our favor.
Christy, I know you got to like that confidence.
Yeah, he said, but I like what he said too about clean eyes. Got to have those clean eyes. So really, that you're seeing everything on the field so well. I like it. Got to have some confidence going down there to try to get a win on the road.
I mean, and again, they're going to have plenty of opportunities because those balls are being thrown around. Not so many as we think, because a lot of them are the dinking and dunking kind of variety. But still, when you throw it that many times, there's going to be chances. All right, still ahead on BBN Game Day. Dickey Lyons had a pregame message for the team. Plus, we have an update on the UK volleyball team.
The Cats are well on their way to a 5th consecutive SEC championship. We'll tell you how they can get it done right after this.
The holidays are doubly important this year. so make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Kroger. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Direct from Broadway to the Opera House stage. Oh, yes, Broadway is back with 5 spectacular shows. Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, An Officer and a Gentleman, Waitress, Tony Award winners, An American in Paris, and Hairspray. Tickets to all shows are on sale now. Plus, 2 variety live shows, Concert with the Stars and the international sensation Stomp. Order single show tickets today. Call 233-3535 or LexingtonOperaHouse.com.
You're watching BBN Game Day, presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
Welcome back to BBN Game Day. Kentucky Volleyball has been quietly, if you can be as a national champion, defending national champ, been quietly killing it this season.
Yeah, it's never easy to follow up a national championship, but this year's team is getting it done, even with so many new and young faces on its roster. Earlier this week, the Cats went down to Knoxville and swept the Lady Vols in straight sets, and they did so without this season's leader in kills, Maddie Skinner.
Yeah, Skinner was out with a non-COVID related illness, and she did get a little banged up against Arkansas last week, so a little extra time for that to heal as well. Senior Allie Stumler led the way with 15 kills, but it was a coming out party for true freshman Erin Lamb, who stepped up big in Skinner's absence, recording 12 kills of her own.
I think we've gotten a lot of time to bond and get close. You know, everybody's been so welcoming. Practices are fun and intense, and everybody really is competing hard for us and to get to where we want to be in the end. We are fired up to go into this postseason. We've set our goals high, and we're excited to see what we can do in the postseason for sure.
Well, before Kentucky can leave their mark on another postseason, they have a few more regular season games left on the schedule. South Carolina, Texas A&M, Auburn, and Georgia. All of those teams have losing records in conference play, and then the Cats will close out the season with that always important Florida series.
The Gators still play Tennessee and Arkansas, so if Kentucky takes care of business in the other matches like we think they will and they should, it's possible the Cats could have the conference title locked up before the Gators even get to Lexington with one more Florida loss. I like the sound of that a lot, but in a competitive league like the SEC, you really can't look ahead too much, but I love watching Lamb have that coming out party and how excited her teammates were for it. That was awesome.
Always good to see the next person in line, coming up and making something happen. All right, the volleyball team already took care of the Volunteers. 2 other Kentucky programs have that same chance this weekend. The softball team plays Tennessee in Knoxville today at 5 o'clock. They're calling it, I love this, Volloween versus Big Boo Nation. And the Kentucky women's tennis team is taking on the Vols all weekend in the Tennessee Invitational.
All pretty good stuff. All right, these days, Dickey Lyons is, well, he's Richard Lyons. I kind of have a hard time with that.
Yes.
And he's the financial advisor in Louisiana. He's grown up.
But recently, the former Kentucky wide receiver returned to the Bluegrass with an important reminder for the current Wildcats. And we have that message next, right here on BBN Game Day.
A special thank you to our cornerstone partners, Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics, and Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
I need to try it first.
Okay, you want to make pizza night with the family even better? Bam! Get yourself the new Parmesan crusted papadilla. So while the kids grab their slices, you'll be crunching on toasty flatbread folded with meats and cheese. It's like a golden, crispy little fireworks show in your mouth. Oh. Ooh. Get a new Parmesan crusted papadilla just for you for only $7. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Wow, this new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever?
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
Okay, I'm gonna try it first.
Yes! I need to try it first.
You're watching BBN Game Day, presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
Welcome back to BBN Game Day. Dickey Lyons Jr. was and still is a fan favorite among UK football fans.
He knew how to get it done on and off the field and against Mississippi State, so it makes sense that the program had him back in the team room recently with this message for the team.
Dixon straight behind Woodson. 2 wide outs right, 1 left. Play fake to Dixon. Woodson firing down the middle for Lyons. Great catch!
Everything happens for a reason, right? And what's scary is too much of us put our identity, right, in what we do, not who we are. There was a lot of reasons where I shouldn't have got a chance, a second chance, a third chance. But you get a quote from a win, you get a book from a loss. So don't be mad at what you did in your past. Use it, not to do it again, to make yourself stronger. So how do we overcome all this? With high commitment and high activity. High commitment and high activity. Your commitment has to be stronger than these temptations. Who here is committed? Okay, so y'all heard it. Now, everybody to the right and the left of you, remember that. Y'all remember that when that time of interest comes up. So you guys are all gonna see it. Every single one of y'all should be the accountability partner for the person to your right and to your left. You said, man, I thought you was committed. Work harder. Man, I thought you was committed. Stop listening to that negative crap. And man, I thought you was committed. Don't worry about the last play, let's work on this play. Because the success of this team is only determined by the level of commitment shown by each one of you. You understand? Thank y'all so much for this time.
Really nobody more suitable to talk about that than a guy like that who really laid the groundwork for the success this program's having now.
I think that was Richard Lyons, because the Dickey Lyons I know is not that serious.
Oh, it makes you feel old, doesn't it?
He had some great things to say to them, though, as well. All right, stay right there. We have an undefeated Coke Play of the Week next on BBN Game Day.
Watch the UK Healthcare Mark Stoops Show, hosted by the voice of the Wildcats, Tom Leach, Mondays at 6 p.m. on UK Sports Network affiliates and on the Kentucky Football Facebook page. Call in or submit your questions on Facebook and Twitter.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning cave-aged Maurice cheese. Kroger. Hey, you're right, we can't stop now. Let's take the special up a level with fresh, never frozen prime beef. Still not special enough? Add some surf to that turf with our sustainably caught seafood. Turn your taste buds up to 11 and have a doubly special holiday with Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
There are moments when doors of opportunity open. Moments when barriers are broken. Moments when you're called to provide hope for someone in need. Moments when you harness something deep inside. Moments when you're drawn to a cause greater than yourself. Moments when champions are born. At the University of Kentucky, this is who we are. This is what we do.
Since opening our doors 75 years ago, Central Bank has made big changes, like the region's first Saturday hours, online ATMs, and even the area's very first vault. But one thing will never change is the community-minded mission of our founder. Garvis D. Kincaid believed that what's good for the bank should also be good for its community. True back in 1946 and equally true today. So, come see how we've grown. Central Bank, central to you. Member FDIC.
Now screen lets one go and hits a far post. Follow-up shot. Well, that ball is to the back foot. You can see grass and line and player. That ball is clearly across.
All right, and that's the first goal of Nick Gutman's collegiate career. Came over Bellarmine, and it is our Coke Play of the Week because for the first time in program history, the Kentucky men's soccer team is undefeated in non-conference games this season. Overall, the Cats are sitting at 10 wins, 0 losses, and 4 ties this year.
Ranked as the 5th best team in the country right now with the chance to keep it going tonight at 7 o'clock against Charlotte. That'll be on ESPN+. That's, of course, at the same time as the Kentucky-Mississippi State football game. You can flip back and forth between the two because, look, they are worth watching.
You got to stream it
season.
anyway, right? So
right.
You use the phone, you use the TV, you use computer.
All the things.
Whatever you do.
Set all the things up. Yes, yes.
All right. That's all the time we have today. Have a fun and safe Halloween, and we'll see you back here next week.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't dress up, by the way.
I did.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see you next time. Until then, go Big Blue.
BBN Game Day, presented by Central Bank and sponsored by Kentucky Select Chevy Dealers, Coca-Cola, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Kroger, Lexington Opera House, and Papa John's.